Hey guys, how you doing? John Hendricks here. You may know me from the Threshing Floor podcast. That's where most people know me from. So this year, we're getting ready to do our 5th annual Christmas card swap. And each year, this has been a success over the year previous. But coming up on this one, I was a little nervous because last year's was such a tremendous success by the contributions from so many people. Obviously, I can only do so much as one person, but a lot of people chipped in. We had a lot of giveaways added to the card swap so that based on the number of participants, we got to give away some stuff. And if anyone knows me, I do love to give away stuff. And I've been rummaging through my collection to see what I could do, but the list of things to give away last year was so awesome that it almost makes you like it's hard to expect or have any expectations to match that. So I was trying to approach it in a more humble way to where I wanted to extend the opportunity for people to chip in if they felt led to do so. And then if we got stuff that we could build a list of tiered giveaways, then we would do that. So obviously the podcast is now different from last year at this time. We are now sponsored by Your Turn Games. So I reached out to them first, and Andy, always gracious to jump in and give away stuff, and he's going to have to learn to stop me because if there's an option to give away stuff, I'm going to do it. And I need him to know that he can tell me no, so we don't give away too much stuff. We need him to be able to also make money and keep his business running. But he chipped in. Then I messaged and I mentioned it on the podcast episode that we released this week that if anybody in the community had anything they wanted to throw in. And we had a few people reach out, a few awesome people. So we do have enough things that we are able to replicate the tiered giveaways from last year, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So I'll go over the things that we're going to give away, and everyone will have the same equal opportunity to win those giveaways because everyone that participates will have their name entered one time. There's nothing you can do to get your name entered more. So at the end of this, however many people we have participating, say we end up with 85 people will go into the drawing. Now, you guys are going to want it to be 105 or at least over 100 when we go over the prizes here, and that's our goal. Last year we ended up with 79, I believe it was, that participated, so just under the mark of 80. But we're going to set these tiers up to shoot for a goal of 100. So yeah, triple digits with our redemption community. That's a big undertaking, but we're hoping to incentivize people to get their friends involved, reach out. If you have kids that play as well, sign them up. Just a lot of fun based on how many people participate. The more the merrier, as they say. But each year we do this, and we like to keep the cost of participation low so that people that don't have an extensive collection, I myself have been blessed with the ability to invest into this game enough to where I have an extensive collection, but not everyone is in that situation, and I want to remain, I want this event to remain such a low cost for entry so that everyone can participate. So if you want to participate, the only thing you have to do, well, first you have to use the sign up form. There'll be a link. I'll make sure it's under the description for this video, but there will be a form, a Google form. You'll need to fill that out. Each person will have to have their own form because that's going to port the information over into a spreadsheet, which is going to make my life so much easier when it comes to creating or exchanging the names and making sure we don't have people sending to someone maybe in their same household or even in their same town. We want to mix it up a little bit more than that to where you're interacting with someone in the community that you wouldn't normally interact with, the best we can. Obviously, not trying to overly manipulate it, but anyway, it all starts by having a clean list of names and addresses in its own spreadsheet. And when you fill out that form, it's going to port it over into Google Sheets for me, and I'm going to be able to rip that information pretty easily and then do what I need to exchange the names. So please, one person per form. If you and your son want to do it, then you do a form for you. You do a form for your son. And that'll help me out tremendously and make it a lot easier to get the names exchanged at the end of this. But there is a form, so we'll fill that out. And then the cost to participate is going to be sending 3 cards. 3 cards. We've done this every year, so I want to make sure that people understand. But for the most part, people that have participated, nothing's changing, so you should be pretty familiar with the process. Of those 3 cards, they do have to be rotation legal, so that means no scroll cards. They have to be on the new card face, which includes an ability text box at the bottom and no writing over the artwork. So 3 rotation legal non-starter deck cards. So what does that mean? That means all of the cards have to come from either a set or be promos on the new card face. You cannot send starter deck cards. And I did that because most people don't want to get a potentially usable card, and starter deck cards, most people already have those as a first purchase for the game. So we just exclude that. So you're going to send 3 rotation legal cards, and then one of them must be a rare or a promo or higher. So like when I say promo, it could be a participation promo, a seasonal promo. It could be a national promo if you want, but you obviously you don't have to do that. Just a rare will do. And a rare, using our friends at Your Turn Games, if you go and look on their site, there's a lot of rares for $3. Okay. And then the other 2 just have to be rotation legal non-starter deck cards. So they can be commons, or they could be promos or ultra rares, whatever you want to do. So 1 rare, ultra rare, promo, something. So that $3 card and up. And then the other ones can be any card, and you can get commons on the Your Turn Game site for 75 cents. So if you add that up, 75 and 75 is $1.50 plus the $3, we're talking $4.50 worth of cards if you go by the value based on Your Turn Games. Another thing that you can do, and I don't necessarily like to recommend it because it takes away a little bit of the personalization of the gift. And that's another thing, guys. Like these gifts, even though you're sending a required amount of cards, you can send more cards than that. You could send crazy amounts of cards. You could include things that are not redemption esque things. You could do like an actual Christmas card, like a Hallmark Christmas card. I did that with most of my gifts last year, I believe. And then I included the little Funko Pops. I did a couple of those, like Star Wars themed, because I know a lot of people in our community like Star Wars. I even included some like Cole Sour Patch Kids. You know, if you're not good, Santa's going to give you coal. Like, just little ways to throw in things to personalize the gift. You don't have to do that, but it is an option. If you are wanting to do that or something like that, go crazy with it. Go all out. But when you send the 3 cards, you can include other things. So bare minimum, you're going to send 3 cards. And then the cost to mail those in is what you're going to pay. And then someone's going to get your name. So you're going to get someone's name, send that off. Someone's going to get your name, send you back the at least 3 card minimum, potentially other things if they decide to pack other things in your gift. And then on top of that, just for participating, you're going to have a chance to win the tiered giveaway prizes. and those are going to unlock based on the unique number of participants. So at each 20 unique person participant intervals, we're going to have another tier unlock all the way up to 100. So let's see, where am I at in my information? When you mail your cards or your package, depending on if you added other things, it is encouraged for you to get a tracking number. Now, I am not at the point to where I'm going to require that, although I have considered it, but I don't want to do that and force someone to mail something off in a way that requires them to leave their house potentially to go to the post office if they've got stamps at home and they are able to pack their card well. So I don't want to require it, but it is your burden to make sure that your cards are sent in a timely fashion to the person whose name you received. And then it is also your burden to, if they arrive in a condition that is not good, they were damaged because they weren't packed well enough, it's your responsibility to take care of that and send additional cards if the ones that you first mail off don't arrive. So to avoid all that, the best thing to do is to pack it well, get you a tracking number, and then if someone tells me they didn't receive a gift, but you have a tracking number and we can track it and confirm that it was received or whatnot, it just avoids a lot of potential issues. Not saying that those issues would arise, and we haven't really had any of those issues in the 4 previous years of running this, but just that tracking number helps avoid the potential of those issues. So I would strongly encourage getting a tracking number, but that's it. All of this information will be compiled on the Google form. It'll have all the information on that when you go to fill that out. So if we share the link in the Discord over the next couple of weeks, boom, you'll have that information. So the only thing left I have to give you before we get to the giveaway prizes, which I know is what you're now sitting in this video waiting for me to get to, and I'm just rambling like a Redemption with Jaden video. Sorry Jaden. But let me get you the official dates, because I think that is going to be important too, because I want to make sure that we are going to follow the dates, because that is going to help keep us on pace for having everyone have the opportunity to get their cards sent, and most of them be received before we before we hit Christmas. Obviously, there's probably going to be some spillover for that, but let's see. If I was more prepared, this wouldn't be happening. Okay, so signups are going to open today, November 23rd. Obviously, I posted that graphic, and that is going to hold true. Then signups are going to close on December 8th. So December 8th, so that'll give us the 23rd through the 8th, which is a healthy number of days for people to sign up and hopefully learn how to speak, but hopefully be able to eclipse that 100 participant mark. The names to send gifts to and the exchanging process, that will be done by December 10th. So I'll probably start on it on the 9th. That'll give me 2 days to get information to you of who to send your card to. And then if you have that information by the 10th, that gives you potentially 13 days-ish for the mail service to get it there before Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, because I know that will affect mail deliveries. So it gives a chance for a lot of these to be received before Christmas. But the deadline for you to mail your gift off is going to be December 16th. I do believe that creating a hard deadline for people is essential, because sometimes we end up with I don't know, there's just people that have the personality to drag their feet, and I'm not calling anyone out or saying anything, but when I end up hearing that someone hasn't received a gift in January, and then I reach out to the person that was supposed to send it and they haven't mailed it off. That is a little bit irritating for me as the person that's curating this, because I want to make sure that everyone is respected enough that when they mail their cards off, they can trust that on the other side there's someone mailing cards to them. So please help me get stuff out by the 16th. Giving you the 10th through the 16th allows you to have time to personalize the gift. If you want to do it based on, hey, I got this person, I'm going to go and look at what they've posted that they need to try to curate a, like a specialized, personalized gift based on the redemption stuff that they've said that they need. So I wanted to give time to do that, but it's imperative that we get the cards out in a timely manner. But without further ado, let me go over these tiered giveaways. So I would like to put a disclaimer that it is possible, because last year we put out the list of giveaways and it grew after that. We added some things in. So it is possible that there may be changes, which would just be additions to this. Nothing getting taken away, but someone might reach out that wants to chip in something, and in that case, I will just add it somewhere in here. And then one other thing is, I did reach out to Zach Burnham. He is the Jambi, I believe is how it's supposed to be pronounced. But he's the one that makes the custom wood tokens for redemption. He made them for nationals. I reached out and asked him about potentially getting some Christmas themed ones made to give away as part of the card swap here. I'm not sure where that stands, because I don't know what goes into that process. I did get him a couple of designs over, like basic designs, to get that process started. So if he's able to get those done, then I will just find a way to drop them in here and give them out. But the rest of this is all confirmed information that we are confirmed items that we are going to be able to give away. So at 20 participants, so if we open the signups, well, they're open now technically, but if we get up to 20 participants, we're going to be giving away 5 sets of 10 each of the 3D printed tokens that Chris Hill has made. These were at Nationals. They're the ones that are, I'm a 49ers fan, so it hurts me to say this, but they're the ones that are kind of like Seattle Seahawks colors, or at least the ones I got from Nationals are. But they are pretty cool nonetheless, and you can obviously never have too many markers for some of the things that you have to keep up with in redemption. So these work well for that. So we'll have 5 sets of 10 of these tokens, and we'll give those away to 5 unique winners, and they'll get 10 tokens each. All right. Then we're also going to be giving away 5 packs of Israel's Inheritance, and likewise the 5 packs will be given to 5 different winners. So at 20 participants, we're going to end up having 10 people get something. That's not bad. That's half of the participants. So you signed up, and at this point, if we ended up with just 20, half would get something. Now, obviously, those numbers are going to water down the more we get. We're not going to give away something to half of the people. But at 40 participants, so we're going to unlock them each set of 20 up to 100. So there's 5 tiers. But at 40 participants from someone in the community that chipped this in, we're going to be able to give away a full set of roots. And that means 1 copy of each card in the root set. And then we're also going to be giving away a rare set from Israel's Inheritance. So that means not the commons and not the ultra rares, but all of the rares in Israel's Inheritance will be given away. So 1 winner will get the root set, and then a different unique winner will get the Israel's Inheritance. And we will be doing these giveaways, the drawing, starting with the first tier going to the last tier. And so everybody's name will be in. If you win one of the earlier prizes, then your name is not going to be in the drawing for the later prizes. Right, wrong, indifferent, fair or not, that's the way we're going to do it. So I just want to be clear about that up front. Then at 60 participants, we're going to unlock a Pretty cool gift here, because I know that there's a lot of people that this will appeal to in the redemption community. So if you win these and you're not interested in them per se, you could probably turn around and sell them. But we were graciously donated by another member of the community 2 playtest sets from the Persecuted Church. So the Persecuted Church playtest set, we've got 2 of those. And also at this tier, we're going to unlock an ultra rare giveaway from our friends at Your Turn Games. And this will be a non-foil, we got to put that in there now, but non-foil ultra rare of the winner's choice. And that'll be subject to availability at the time of winning. So we'll get one winner, we'll get the ultra rare, and then we'll draw 2 more names, and each of those will get a set from the Persecuted Church. Well, a playtest set, not the full set. So this will have no legal playability, but it will be kind of a cool, nostalgic, collectible item from that time period in the game. So again, if you're not interested in the collectible side of the game, you could probably pass this on and make a little change on the side or trade it for something else. Now, at 80 participants, thanks to our friends at Your Turn Games, they're on here a lot, and we definitely want to thank them, but they're giving away a booster box. So this will be a sealed booster box of 24 packs, and the winner will be able to choose from what is available at the time. Andy just told me booster box, so I assume that that's the standard. If it's not, I'll get in trouble and I'll be okay. Andy can get mad at me, but booster box of the winner's choice, subject to availability, whatever is in stock at Your Turn Games at the time. And also at 80 participants, we're going to be giving away a 2023 National First Place promo, which is the Son of God, that is foil and does not have the ability box, because everyone knows the ability of Son of God. It's the one that just has the full art picture with no text box for the ability. So we'll be giving away one of those. And so one winner will get the booster box, one winner will get the Son of God. That brings us to 100 participants. I know it's a goal that seems impossible to reach with some of the participation that we've had at times on things throughout the community, but we wanted to give an opportunity for the community to, strive for a new goal, break a glass ceiling. And Andy and I felt like this was kind of a cool way to promote that. But if you were at Nationals, or if you have kept up with the game since then, you will know that the new set of Redemption comes with special cards that are a rarity of 1 in 10 boxes. And that is foil copies of the ultra rares. So if we reach 100 participants, thanks to our friends at Your Turn Games, we are going to be giving away a foil copy of Promised Land from Israel's Inheritance. So this card, I believe, went at I don't know that there was an auction for this one specifically. I could be wrong, but I do believe it went for sale for around $300, and a copy of the regular ultra rare as a trade when John Early purchased it, I think shortly after Nationals or either at Nationals. So either way, this is a card that holds a pretty significant amount of value within the redemption community. If you got this and you're a person that's kind of like my buddy Jake, co-host of the podcast, and you don't really care about rarity, you just want, give me the most beat up version of the card as long as I can play the card, you could probably trade this or sell it and get funds to build up your collection otherwise with a lot of more affordable cards. So it could be a boost to your collection, or you could be one of the few people in the game that have a copy of this pretty rare card, because even though it's 1 in 10, I mean, there's not that many out there. Like, I would assume that even with all the boxes that's been opened, it's probably 20 or less if I had to guess. But either way, these are some cool prizes, and I think the chance to participate in the Christmas card swap, something that I think is just fun to be able to, pick a couple of cards and send it off to a player that you wouldn't, interact with otherwise at this time of year, potentially. It just gives us a little bit of way to bring in the Christmas spirit and interact within our community. But you're going to send 3 cards, a rare, a common, potentially. So you're sending off that. We came up with it, what was it, about $4.50 if you went with just a random rare for $3 and then $2.75 valued commons. So $4.50. Let's just say to get a tracking number, mail it off, you're spending $5. You're at $9.50. Conservatively, let's just say $10. So you're going to spend $10. You're going to get basically your cards back. So they're going to be refunded. So maybe you're in it for just the shipping cost at that point if you get a gift that is the bare minimum. And then you have a chance to win a potentially $300 valued card just for participating. That's insane for the cost of entry. And I think that obviously not everyone's going to win, but I do think that being able to give away these tiered prizes is an awesome way to promote this event and get people to join in and experience it, because I do think it is a fun way to interact with our community. But I think that's all the information I have to give you. I don't want to keep rambling. Sign-ups are open now, and if we get any more potential giveaways, we'll just throw them into these tiers, and I'll update and let you guys know as we do that. But sign up now, reach out to your friends, get them to sign up. Let's crack the 100 so someone can get that foil Promised Land, and we'll see you on maybe December 10th, I guess. It'll either be like the 9th or 10th. I will crack a video up, or I will make a video and crack into I'll get a Christmas tin like I did last year, and we'll put all the names in, and we'll start giving these prizes away. So as you are going through the process of exchanging and sending your gifts, I'll have the winners, and we'll start sending out the prize giveaways at that point. So looking forward to that. So sign up now, and then let's give some stuff away around the 10th. All right, everybody got it? All right, go pick out the cards, get ready to give them away, and sign up. Reach out to your friends. If there's someone in the community that you haven't seen be active in a while, reach out to them and be like, hey, this is a good event to pull you in and at least just interact with the community again. So peace.